Are you looking to renew your SNAP benefits in Oregon without the hassle of long queues and complex paperwork? Imagine getting the whole thing done from the comfort of your own home. Let's dive right into this explainer and figure out how to seamlessly navigate the online renewal process right from your kitchen table.
Picture this. You get to skip those long lines at the local office, totally bypass the endless hold music on the phone, and just knock out your Oregon SNAP renewal securely right on your own schedule. That's exactly what the digital portal is for. And today, we're going to walk through every single step to make it smooth and totally stress-free. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to quickly cover 1. SNAP recertification basics, 2. Preparing your digital documents, 3. Navigating the One portal, 4. Submitting and following up, 5. Maintaining eligibility, and finally 6. Important policy updates. Let's jump in.
First up, Section 1, SNAP Recertification Basics. Let's look at the timelines and what's actually at stake here.
All right, so every household in Oregon gets assigned what's called a certification period. Basically, this is just a specific block of time you're approved to receive benefits before the state has to do a mandatory review. For most folks, this is 12 months, but it can actually stretch to 24 months if everyone in the home is over 60 or has a disability. Now, knowing your exact certification period is absolutely crucial, because if you miss this window, that means an automatic lapse in your benefits, and nobody wants that.
So, why do this online? Well, utilizing the online One portal is honestly the most frictionless way to manage your assistance. You can access one.oregon.gov anywhere, anytime. You could securely upload your documents digitally, check your real-time application status, and completely avoid those call center wait times, which, pro tip, tend to be super high on Tuesday mornings. Plus, the whole thing integrates perfectly with the Oregon One mobile app.
Moving right along to Section 2, Preparing your digital documents. It's time to gather your tools.
Before you log in, you're going to need a few key verifications handy. We're talking about a government-approved ID, proof of income like recent pay stubs, proof of any additional income like Social Security or a pension, your rent or mortgage receipts, utility costs, and, if it applies, immigration status documentation. Now, the real game changer here is that you generally only need to verify stuff that has actually changed since your last certification. So no need to reinvent the wheel. Just update the state on what's new in your life.
And here's a massive pro tip for you. If you don't have a fancy desktop scanner, don't worry about it. Just use your smartphone. The Oregon One mobile app lets you snap photos of your physical documents right at your kitchen table and upload them directly into your pending case file. It is literally that easy.
All right, Section 3, Navigating the One portal. Let's talk about logging in securely.
So, creating your account means navigating 3 specific security gateways to protect your identity and prevent fraud. Step 1, you'll create a unique user ID and a case-sensitive password. Step 2, you'll set up 2 security questions for account recovery. And Step 3, you'll complete an automated identity check. This check actually uses public record data to ask you dynamic questions, like maybe previous addresses you've lived at or cars you've owned.
Now, a quick heads up, be super careful setting up your credentials. We all know how annoying password requirements can be, right? Well, yours has to be exactly 6 to 20 characters, it needs at least 1 letter and 1 number, 0 spaces, and it absolutely cannot include your user ID. Oh, and if that automated identity check fails, which sometimes happens if the system just doesn't have enough public records on you, you'll have to call technical support to get manually verified.
Okay, please pay attention to this critical warning. For security purposes, the portal enforces a strict 30-minute session timeout for inactivity. If you step away too long, your unsaved progress will literally be wiped out. That's exactly why prepping your documents beforehand is so vital. You've got to keep moving through the application to avoid timing out and having to start all over.
Next up, Section 4, Submitting and Following Up. Let's get into processing and interviews.
So you've hit submit. What happens next? Well, standard SNAP processing can take up to 30 days. But if your household has extremely low income and assets, you might actually qualify for an expedited processing deadline, which speeds things up to just 7 days.
But here's the thing. No matter which processing window you fall into, almost everyone has to complete this SNAP recertification interview. This is a mandatory 10 to 30-minute phone call to verify your household circumstances. So watch your mail, check your emails and texts closely, and definitely answer your phone when ODHS calls. You really don't want to miss this step.
If you do hit a roadblock, say you get locked out or you need to reschedule that interview, keep these lifelines handy. You'll want to call One Customer Service at 1-800-699-9075 for case-specific questions, and One Technical Support at 1-833-978-1073 for website lockouts or password resets.
Moving on to Section 5, Maintaining Eligibility. Let's look at the financial thresholds. Now, Oregon uses a 200% federal poverty level threshold to figure out income cutoffs. To put that into perspective, for a single-person household, the maximum gross monthly income is $2,430, which can yield a maximum allotment of $291. For a family of 4, the limit is $5,000, with a max allotment of $973. It is absolutely crucial to report any income changes so you stay on the right side of these limits and maintain your eligibility.
And remember, timing is everything. If you failed to file your application during your certification period, your benefits for the next month could be prorated or even completely paused. Basically, if you miss the deadline, you might be forced to start the whole application process over from scratch, which causes a huge, frustrating gap in your food budget.
Finally, Section 6, Important Policy Updates Regarding New Federal Legislation.
We need to quickly review some recent federal reconciliation legislation, often referred to in the memos as OBB, which has triggered a few changes to who is subject to work requirements and time limits. For instance, geographic waivers that used to shield certain areas from work requirements are ending within 30 days. Also, previous exceptions for homeless individuals, veterans, and adults age 55 to 64 are ending. However, it does add new exceptions for certain Native Americans, and it's important to note that medical and disability exemptions remain completely unchanged. To make sense of how this applies, you kind of have to look at the two different sets of work rules. General work requirements apply to folks age 16 to 59, but the AWOD, or able-bodied adults without dependents, time limits, those now apply to individuals age 18 all the way up to 64. So the big takeaway here is that while older adults might be exempt from the general work rules, the AWOD rules now stretch up to age 64 because of this new federal law. So are you ready to log in to One Oregon and secure your benefits today? With your documents prepped, the portal completely demystified, your deadlines understood, and the latest federal rules clarified, you've got everything you need to confidently complete your recertification online.
Just to wrap things up, a quick disclaimer. The information we covered is based on processes current as of August 27, 2026. Policies are definitely subject to change, so please always verify the details with official state resources at one.oregon.gov. Getting through this process online is a massive time saver, but it definitely leaves us with a bigger question to ponder. As our social safety net becomes more and more digitized, how will state systems continue to balance strict fraud prevention with accessible design for the people who need it most? Thanks so much for watching this explainer. Make sure to subscribe for more helpful guides, and we'll catch you next time.